when someone asks me that, can you take us back when you were a student?
Yeah.
It makes me feel that I'm old,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another episode of Celebrating Sweet Success here at the Institute of Business Management. We're thrilled to bring you this series made possible by our fantastic partners Cadbury Dairy Milk and Dreamworld Resorts. I'm your host Sarah Mashhood, the Chief Operating Officer at Corp. This show isn't just about achievements, it's about the stories, the resilience and drive that transform dreams into reality. Today's guest has over 18 years of experience navigating the financial sector, steering some of Pakistan's most notable banks to new heights. He's an innovator in Islamic finance, a leader in corporate and retail banking, and a mentor dedicated to giving back. From bringing national and international recognition to JS Bank to driving BankIslami forward as Deputy CEO, he is known for challenging the status quo and inspiring change. We present to you Imran Haleem Shaikh. Assalamu alaikum Imran. How does it feel to be back at IoBM?
Walaikum assalam, Sarah. To be back at IoBM feels very nice.
Yeah.
I just want to go to one of the rooms and be again naughty with teachers.
All right, that's amazing. But thank you for making time and coming today. It's really, we're really happy to see you and honored as well. When was the last time you came here?
I was here 6 months ago.
Okay,
I was here because we had event dedicated to Red Shahjahan as Kareem.
Yes,
we are paying tribute to him. So I was one of the people who had a session who had to highlight because I was very close to him. I have this. I would say that I'm quite honored that I was very close to him. I was very close to Mrs. Shahjahan Kareem. I'm very close to Tariq Sahab and also with Sabina Madam.
Yeah.
I was very close to Amir Sahab.
Yeah.
So I think I was close to with the entire family. So that brings me.
So do you keep dropping by, or because I want to know what changes have you felt in IoBM? It's like a complete makeover now. Like this building wasn't there, and then from my time. So have you seen the changes, and if you could comment on those?
Yeah, I've seen many changes as far as physical changes are concerned.
Yeah.
But I see the same spirit.
Yes, always.
Of entrepreneurship, of learning, of dedication. I can smell Shahjahan Saab's passion everywhere.
So if I had to ask you to take us back to your time, while you were a student here, if you could remember a few incidents that you could share with us, take us back.
Yeah. So when someone asks me that, can you take us back when you were a student?
Yeah.
It makes me feel that I'm old. I actually believe I'm very young, at least if not in age, but at least in the spirits. And also, I would always want to feel like a student because life is learning from the moment you are born, the moment you die. So it's all about learning. Sure. But if you ask me, what is something which I miss as far as IoBM is concerned, CBM is concerned, I miss my friends. Most of the people don't say this. They say that we miss learning. Of course, that's very important.
Yeah.
I miss my friends when we were nobodies. We were no ones. We had no titles.
Yes.
But we were few friends who used to think, who's paying for the biryani today or a coffee or Pepsi, I miss that time, quite much. I also miss, I used to be the president of a marketing society here.
Yeah. Who was the faculty advisor? Sorry for cutting you.
Yeah, it was Mrs. Meghani.
Yes. She's been there.
Yeah, she's been there.
Yeah.
I was the president of EPS, the Entertainment Society, and also I did few events. The Jashn-e-Bahara.
Yes, the famous Jashn-e-Bahara event.
I'm the one who did those events. The two Jashn-e-Baharas, and then I did a Junood concert, I did an Atif concert.
Wow.
I have this very opposite to Islamic banking. I have this thing on distinction to me that I've done the most biggest events.
Yes,
in two, 3 years at CBM, then and IoBM now, like 6, 7 events in 2 years. So.
Wow. I say the same thing about myself though.
Yeah.
Because when I was president of the Management Society, I did bring a few changes. But then tell me, how did IOBM shape you as a person and in your career? If any advice from the teachers stuck with you throughout.
So it's a very interesting question, but I will answer it in two parts.
Chale, theek hai.
Number one is, I think there are two very important dates in one's life.
Okay.
The first date is, or the day is, when he's born, he or she is born. The second day or date is when he or she knows why they were born. I think most of the people, most of the Pakistanis, don't get the second date. I was very lucky that when I was in CBM, IoBM, I found out why I was born. I was not born only to earn money. I was not born to only be successful from a financial perspective. But I'm born to give back. I think CBM taught me that, Shahjahan S. Karim taught me that, from the simple fact that he started this beautiful institution once he retired from the government service. Once you retire, you don't think of innovating or starting something so big or something.
Yeah.
You think that, okay, I've retired, I've given my 40 years to my career, let's sit at home, enjoy life with children, granddaughter, grandsons, but in that age he understood, and he had the vision to start something whose benefits, most of them will not be reaped by him, but will be sown and will be reaped by the generations ever after.
Of course.
So I think that thing gave me that, whatever you have to do, you don't need to think about yourself or the era in which you are born.
But you have to give back to the
You have to
community.
give back to the community, and also
Yes.
you have to ensure that institution is so high quality that it is self-sustainable. I think that's what
Anything
happened.
that you learned over here other than the academia side of things, because you said you ran a lot of events from EPS and you're also the president of the marketing society. वहाँ पे क्योंकि वो एक ऐसा टाइम होता है जब हम चीज़ें सीख भी रहे होते हैं कि अच्छा कॉर्पोरेट में ऐसे होता है, अच्छा स्पॉन्सर्स भी लाने होते हैं, तो उस वक्त कैसा रहा टाइम?
It shaped me, to say the least. But the most important thing was that I got a lot of exposure
Yes.
to the corporates,
ठीक है.
and one of those exposures made me go to JS. I went to JS
Oh my God. Okay.
group for a sponsorship for one of my concerts,
Yeah.
and then we were finalizing the marketing plan, and during that period, the head of marketing there, she said, "Why don't you join me?" I said, I was in my final semester. I said, sure. So I got multiple offers from all the sponsors at that time.
You were that good.
Yeah, I don't know if I was good.
But one can tell.
Economy was very nice then. It was Musharraf's time.
Also that.
Yeah. So I think that worked for me.
Nice. अच्छा इमरान, अब थोड़ी सी प्रोफेशनल जर्नी के बारे में बात करते हैं after IOBM with an immense 18 years of experience that you've had. What was it like starting out in the banking industry, and how did you adapt yourself to it?
When I joined JS, there was no bank then. So it was the JS group. It was a financial services conglomerate, and bank was just being born in 2007 when JS acquired American Express Bank of Pakistan and merged it with the JS Investment Bank. I was posted in the marketing department. I was a first head of marketing for JS Bank, or perhaps a second head of marketing. There was someone who was head of marketing previous to me. I joined his team. I was with him, and the journey was fantastic.
Okay.
I did a course here where it was marketing for financial services.
Okay.
I think that course helped me academically at least.
Nice.
And the events which I did, the marketing as far as events are concerned, out of home is concerned, that definitely helped me build a brand at JS.
Okay.
And I also take this credit, I am only marketing professional, which then became a deputy CEO or chief operating officer of a bank.
Yeah.
Because most of the marketing professionals end their career Maximum head of marketing or
Within marketing.
yeah, within
yes.
or maximum
Yeah.
to the product or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
So it definitely gave me a lot of
Nice.
yeah. So
Wow. Acha. And at JS Bank, you led retail banking, IT, marketing, and more, which
Yeah.
also got you, a lot of accolades from Asia Money. There's Digi and Pakistan Banking Awards. What was your proudest accomplishment there, and what do you think made it all possible?
I don't think that pride is the right word.
Okay.
I've never been proud. The more I achieve, I feel more humble. And I thought I always got very good teams,
ठीक
like
है.
amazing teams.
Yeah.
And JS is very high quality institution where they invest a lot in training. They invest in a lot of your capacity building.
Yeah.
I was given a lot of opportunities for training internationally where I went to INSEAD. I got a lot of other trainings
Yes.
also as
Yeah.
far as management is concerned. Hence I could achieve all what I could achieve with the best digital banking, best IT, one of the best retail bank, because the team is very high quality. But to answer your question further, I would say that the thing which helped me the most at JS is that the right person for the right job. I think the entry at JS is very sophisticated in the sense they appoint right talent
Okay.
and nurture it
Nice.
properly. So I was
Much
quite
needed.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much needed.
Yeah.
Imran, now as Deputy CEO at BankIslami, you're advancing both the wholesale and the retail banking divisions. What's your vision for Islamic finance, and how do you see BankIslami making a difference in the industry?
You of course have a banking account, and I'm sure you do your transactions through our bank
Yes, all the time.
all the time. So if you think about it, as a customer, your need is banking,
Yes.
not banker.
No.
What you need is banking, huh? You don't care about who the banker is. So that's the entire point.
Okay.
We totally at JS and BankIslami understand that banking is something which is a need. A customer will get banking either from the branch, well, to the mobile, to internet,
Yeah.
to any delivery channel he or she seemed to be convenient.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do at both JS and BankIslami, we're trying to make it more convenient for you.
Okay.
So you don't have to spend your time
That's so good.
banking.
Yes.
Spend your time with your children, doing your
Yes,
hobbies,
yeah.
playing golf,
Yeah.
or watching a show. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Now to your second part of the question, which said that what is the vision of Islamic banking?
Yes.
That's a very heavy question.
Yeah.
So
Your
to-
vision.
yeah, my vision. I will answer that in a way that once it was asked from the CEO of Netflix, that who is the biggest competition
Yeah.
of Netflix? So Sarah, who do you think is the biggest competition of Netflix?
I don't know.
Just think about it.
Any social app, I'd say, because that's what taking time. So maybe, I don't know, Facebook, but not in terms of what work they're doing, but
Yeah.
the social space.
Exactly. So
Am I right?
you,
Am I wrong?
there are no right and there are no right or wrong answers.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So the interviewer who was asking this from Hastings, who's the CEO
yeah.
of Netflix, he also said that you will end up thinking of an OTT platform like
Yeah.
Amazon
Yeah.
Prime or Facebook
Yeah.
or whatever.
ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि I'm my own biggest competitor.
Yeah,
यही
ये
है क्या?
नहीं ये नहीं है.
बस फिर सही है.
Wherever you get your entertainment from any platform, social media, what.
Yeah, yeah.
But the answer he gave, which resonated with me, was that the biggest competition of Netflix is sleep. आपको जब नींद आती है,
Oh my God, that's so good.
या आप उसी वक्त Netflix बंद कर देते हैं. Only competition, because the
Amazing.
Netflix shows are so binge-worthy
Yes.
that only sleep can take you away. Otherwise, why would you end up? So and now
good.
the reason I gave you this preface
Yeah, yeah,
that banking is good,
yeah.
fine, but the only competition which BankIslami has, and I say this with all humility, at word humbleness is sood, or in English you say riba. That is something which my personal vision, Bank Islami's vision, the entire management's vision, from a team wide to the president, we only have this war or battle against
Riba.
sood and riba.
Yeah.
That's we're trying to keep the humanity away from riba. Because we've seen the consequences. We've seen the serious consequences of riba, and I'm sure any and every family, if you talk, some families have lost their fortunes because of this sood and this riba. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran Pak has also mentioned that whoever indulges in riba, gives or takes or even underwrites it, is waging a war against me and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I don't want anybody, at least not my fellow Pakistanis, to wage a war against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him. I don't want them to be in the Rose Mashar and do this.
Yeah.
So this is something, this is a vision which Bank Islami and we have to ensure that we make all the quality products as far as banking is concerned so convenient for you and totally riba free that you don't wage a war, and you, by doing this, do it in a very sophisticated and systematic manner.
Yeah, hence the campaign saving humanity from riba. That's amazing. अच्छा, अब आपके थोड़े से leadership style के ऊपर बात करते हैं. You've taken up leadership roles both at GS Bank and now at Bank Islami. How would you describe your leadership style? पहले तो ये. And how has it evolved over the years? Because you said we're here to learn, and so how has it been for you as a leader?
So I wish someone else could have answered the question.
What do you mean?
Someone in my team.
No, but personal views also
I would say my
important.
leadership is perfect. You know, of course, I think the right person to answer that question should be someone from Bank Islami or JS. But I can tell you one thing, that what inspires me, or what leadership style inspires me.
ठीक है.
To what.
ठीक है.
So I think that you should invest so much in your teams. Like at Bank Islami, we have designed this new training programs. We're sending students, we're sending our staff members, we're sending all the employees internationally or nationally into all the institutions for training. And in the capacity building, that we should invest so much that all the people working in Bank Islami should get a job outside Bank Islami. They should be the hottest commodities. All the banks should hire them on a premium.
Okay.
But at the same time, we should love them so much that they shouldn't
never
go.
want to leave you.
Yeah, that's a management style. I think it's all about, because you can't. I think love is the answer. You have to build a beautiful institution, and as you know, beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty has to be not only beautifully from externally, but beautifully from internal also.
Yeah. Acha, with so many responsibilities that you have and the initiatives that you take, how do you stay motivated and energized to be doing all of this?
The biggest motivation is that, and I chose to be an Islamic banker, is to save humanity from riba itself.
Yeah, that's a motivation in itself.
And motivation itself. I'm earning, making a lot of money, and also saving humanity from riba. So I'm on a positive trajectory. That's a big motivator. Not only for me, for everybody and anybody at Bank Islami. And also, I would say that I always quote this. I don't know if you know Margaret Towers.
Of course.
It got collapsed because of the 2005 earthquake. Exactly. Okay. 8 was another episode, but 5 was this. Perhaps it was 8, I don't know.
No, 2005 tha, because then we had a conference in Islamabad. We were all scared.
Yeah.
Because wahin pe tha.
5, and we were. I done some. I joined hands with IoBM, and we were doing some charity there. Anyways, coming back to when those towers, Margaret Towers, collapsed. There were 107 apartments. Of course, all of them collapsed.
Yes.
And Pakistan, most of the people buy property on cash, as you know.
Yeah.
So 91 or 92 don't take me from the data because I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
91 or 92 apartments were bought in cash.
Okay.
I think 10 or 12 apartments were bought to mortgages.
Okay.
And 6-7 mortgages were written by the normal banks, conventional banks of the world, and 3-4 were done by, or 4 were done by Islamic Bank. Not taking any names of what Islamic banks were
ठीक
doing.
है, सही है.
So the ones which were mortgaged, जो house loan उन्होंने लिया था from normal banks, conventional banks, there are cases in litigation still
No.
because
Of
they're asking
course.
for their money.
Yeah.
Okay, we paid you. But the mortgages which were done on by the Islamic Bank, because
Free.
there's no asset,
Yeah,
there's
they're
no
free.
mortgage,
Yeah.
it has been set free. So that's the
Whoa.
beauty of Islamic Bank. Some
Amazing.
people say me, and often they say, भाई कान आप यहाँ से पकड़े या वहाँ से पकड़े. मैं इनको हमेशा जवाब देता हूँ कान आपको पकड़ना क्यों है? Number one. But इसका भी हम, if I answer you
जी.
further,
जी.
now if there's a farm and there are 20 cows which are eating the same fodder, drinking the same water, in the same environment, and if you cut 18 of them to proper halal procedures, saying Sunnat Ibrahim and doing the proper, and you just cut 2 of them, not doing that process, the 2 cows are haram on you, and the 18 cows are halal for you to eat. So everything is in process.
Yeah.
The same cows, same
Yeah.
food, same fodder.
Yeah.
So it's all in process. And one thing which I totally agree with Shahjahan Saab Kareem and also Tariq Saab and Sabin, for me particularly, the end goal is important, but it's not so important. The process is also equally,
journey,
the
yes,
journey,
bilkul.
right, he pointed out,
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah.
The journey is equally important
Yeah.
as the
Right.
process,
Yeah.
as a final goal or mission is.
Wow, that's really touching. अच्छा, you oversee strategy and marketing at BankIslami. ठीक है, बहुत ही cool combination है. What does it take to stay innovative while upholding the Islamic finance principles? And if there are any strategies you'd recommend to those starting in finance?
So, if the question is what keeps us innovative by being Islamic finance?
हाँ, क्योंकि
Islamic
ये
finance is innovative. I don't know why people think that
Is it?
it is very much innovative, you know. And I think so that it's because it's not easy
ठीक है.
to market the way you're doing marketing in Islamic banks, the way you can just market in conventional banks. But you can't show a lot of faces, you can't, you have a lot of, because you have to do it in a Sharia Islamic way.
Yes.
So it makes you, I think it makes you have a challenging task,
Yeah.
and your brain works better because you have to,
You know, you have to keep these things in
yeah,
mind.
you keep these things in
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
and also then you have to find a solution. I think it brings the best out of you. So I think that
सही है.
Islamic is the most innovation, you know. Right person for the right job. How would you figure out that? I would
Yeah.
also give you that answer.
Yeah, please.
Most of the people say me that, how do you know who's the right person? I don't know if you know about this incident which happened in Taj Hotel in India, where it was held by terrorists, and it was so someone asked Ratan Tata, who I think was a very high quality entrepreneur.
True.
He said that there were a lot of people working in the hotel who gave up their lives, which is understandable.
Yeah,
The
because-
ethos of the hotel is
Yeah,
to give back
violence.
service. But there were like few of them, like 3-4 of them, on the front reception area, who were interning or who were there for the first week or first few days. Now, how do you can inculcate these values in a person who's been there for 5 years, who gave up their lives?
Yeah.
But how did you do it a person who's just interning as his first day of his job? And how did you train him or her
Yeah.
to give up his life?
Yeah.
So to that, Ratan, which Tata gave a very beautiful answer and which always resonated with me, is that it's not about what you do post-hiring. Of course, it's important that you, once you hire them, you do invest in a lot of their capacity, training, and all the other attributes.
Yes.
But more important is you get the right person in the institution. A lot of it depends, and when you're hiring someone, you bring them from decent families. I'm not saying rich families, humble, you bring them decent families,
Yeah.
their value systems integrity is higher.
Yeah.
So you exactly will have a force of people who have high values.
So true.
Only then you can build on top of it.
That is so true, and we've seen that. We've
course,
experienced
we
it
all
as
have.
well. Acha, a little bit about future of banking with the rapid rise of digital banking and fintech. What do you think the banking landscape will look like in the, let's say, next decade? And where do you see BankIslami's place in there?
So Pakistan has an advantage that we didn't. If you see the way digital banking or the tech banking has evolved,
Yeah.
it was brick and mortar, the branches, and then we had the internet banking,
Yeah.
and now we have a mobile, which you do,
ठीक है.
mobile banking. Pakistan didn't see the internet age much. We were like brick and mortar branches and that directly to the
Yeah.
mobile banking. So hence we have the best and best softwares as far as digital banking is concerned. JS Bank has done a great initiative.
Okay.
We launched the biggest digital financial app called Zindagi, which has
Okay.
5.8 million customers. I was
Whoa.
part of that initiative.
Okay.
And take a lot of pride. And the future is only digital, as we know. But I think as we speak, in 8 to 10 years, you will see 70 to 80% of your banking mostly on digital. That doesn't mean that the branches will finish. Pakistan is still
Yeah.
a market,
Yeah.
especially in the rural parts of the country, interior part of Sindh, southern Punjab, Balochistan, and KPK. I think
Yeah.
still there will be branches will
Yeah.
be very much needed
ठीक है.
because whenever it's on banking,
Yeah.
there's certain age they don't believe in. They believe in physical cash. That they don't think. I'm sure your
Yes.
parents and my parents is too. They want to see the cash in hand.
Yeah.
So I think it will take some time, but it's going.
I really want it to be paperless now.
Yeah,
It's about
yeah.
time, because when you're traveling, it's a different story altogether.
Yeah,
So that would be very convenient.
yeah. It has become paperless in most of the world. So
Yeah.
in Dublin, when I was there, I met a banker, and they said that we don't have any cash robberies because there's no cash in the branches. And
Dekhe
if
zara.
even there's cash, no one accepts it.
Yeah.
So
this
there's
should
no-
be the way.
No, there's no shop or hotel. I've been in many hotels in Europe where
Yeah.
they don't accept cash.
Exactly,
They only
and
use
that's
the-
how it should be
yeah,
like,
yeah. We have to, but huge part of Pakistan's economy is not documented. It has to be first documented and then
Yes,
be
of
paperless.
course,
That
of course.
has
But
to be.
like as a woman, if you're rummaging through, in your bag for cash, kitna hai or kya, or phir, the security level in
Yeah.
Karachi, you don't know who's gonna come and snatch
Gee,
and.
gee,
So you have
gee.
to be careful.
Yes,
So that's
yes,
why
yeah.
paperless. With kids around roaming.
Yes, yeah,
so
yeah.
So it gets.
And as, to your question, that how does BankIslami see it? BankIslami, mashallah, has invested amazingly on tech. So
Nice.
this year we had the biggest investment was on a core banking system,
Oh.
on our technology,
Yeah.
hardware, softwares. So BankIslami in few years, I think will be a technology company
Yeah.
with a banking license.
चलें अच्छा अब एक ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट वाला क्वेश्चन इफ देयर इज नो लैक ऑफ लेट्स से रिसोर्सेज और कंस्ट्रेंट्स कोई नहीं है व्हाट्स दैट वन ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट दैट you'd love to launch in the financial sector?
Is it only supposed to be in financial sector or it can be a
मतलब मैं तो फाइनेंशियल में ही चाहूँगी बट आपकी मर्जी आप वैसे ही बता दें.
if one project I can do
If there's no worry
No
and
worry.
no constraints.
no concern,
Yeah.
it will be on education.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, education.
Yeah, right.
I think education is the only answer to all the problems in which countries like Pakistan or any other emerging market has. So I would
Yeah.
I would want children to be more educated on vocational skills. Why just teach them this traditional syllabus when you don't?
True.
Most of them can't become
100%.
doctors and engineers or MBAs. Teach them
Life skills,
life skills, vocational skills, survival skills,
social
so they can
skills.
social skills, of course, and so they
Yeah.
can make money. And those all skills are exportable. Now at this moment, if you're teaching someone a skill which has no international demand or market, so how would you? So I think it's very important, imperative, and also if you could have better technology around education. As far as rural markets are concerned.
So because you said education, and my next question is about community work. You've been on the boards of JS Investments and the Mahavish and Jahangir Siddiqui Foundation. How has this work in philanthropy shaped you, and what drives your commitment to social projects?
Yes, thank you for this. I've been on board of multiple institutions, including Mahavish and Jahangir Siddiqui Foundation. This foundation works on education, healthcare, and sustainable development. So we invest in businesses which serve poor. So automatically that helps them. No, end product has only the consumer is only a poor person who can. So from my perspective of giving back, it is somewhat traditional, but very much technology enabled. So it's easy in Pakistan to give charity to institutions which are hospitals, give charity to food banks. That's all good work. But that won't change world, or that won't change Pakistan. Charity is good, but you're making more people dependent. That someone else would take care of their food, someone else would take care of their medical needs, someone else would take care of their other needs. It's not sustainable for amount of population to be on their feet or So the answer, I think, is only in investing in education. Education which sets them free, economically, socially, politically, and then they can make decisions, and they are enabled to make decisions themselves. Otherwise, I don't think so. These all are good charities, but are we solving the problem or making the problem bigger? We need to think about it. We need to go back to the data, and we need to see that as a function of the population, are we making more people go to these food banks, or we are serving them a skill set which they can build on themselves. So this is a question I think we need to.
You did answer it right. Actually, you've also invested significant time in philanthropy, arts, culture, education, or health wala bit. Isme se which one is the closest to your heart? Is it education or is it art, culture, education and health? Mein se kaun sa jo hai wo?
Education is number one.
Education is.
And arts and culture.
Nice.
So I think if you want Pakistan to be more positive, more tolerant, and more inclusive, it's very important you invest in arts and culture. If there's a society which will be connected to the rich history which Pakistan has, in particular the Gandhara and Indus. And if they know that how important the arts is, in particular the performing arts, only then you will make the environment more inclusive and also tolerant to opposite views. Otherwise, you're making a society who's not inclusive to an opinion which is counter. So that I think is
that's amazing. Acha, for young professionals who are interested in banking, especially Islamic finance, what is the advice from you to them?
As you may know, from 1st of January 2028, the entire banking has to be Islamic. So as we speak, the 22% of the banking in Pakistan is Islamic, but eventually 100% of banking has to be Islamic. What it means is that humongous opportunities as far as Islamic banking. There'll be a lot of more jobs. We are doing a program with CBM and IoBM where we'll be doing a specialized course for Islamic banking, and we get guaranteed jobs of people who pass that test at BankIslami and other JS institutions. There's huge potential, so if the entire banking has to be Islamic on 2028 1st Jan, so there's amazing opportunity for young professionals to join banking, in particular Islamic banking. And BankIslami, I can assure you, is one of the best institutions which values the young talent, which values young people and also gives them the right potential, right opportunities to unleash their potential. So I would always advise them to join banking, and they're more than welcome to join us at BankIslami.
Wow, thank you so much, Imran. That was great. In conversation with the finance enthusiast Imran Haleem Shaikh, we're now moving to our next round, which is the rapid fire round and Inspire Fire games. We're going to start with Inspire Fire. Are you ready, Imran?
Sort of.
All right, let's switch gears and have some fun. My first word is leadership.
So I would say leadership in Pakistan is always taken in a political context. Okay, leaders
Yeah.
are political people,
Yeah.
and it's about them. Leadership is not about leaders. It's about others. So that's why.
Wow, good one.
Nothing to do with leaders.
Wow, that's a good answer. IoBM.
IoBM is home,
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Islamic finance.
riba free, saving humanity from riba,
Nice. Doing others a favor.
ethical banking,
Yeah. Strategy.
deep, and consistent and disciplined.
Right. Innovation.
Don't think so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pakistan.
Pakistan, yes. Pakistan, I think is home, but we need to give back.
Yeah.
Taken a lot.
Yeah. Mentorship.
Mentorship, yeah. So to answer this, I would ask you a question. In fact.
Okay.
You of course in the profession which you are, and I see a lot of energy in you. So you meet a lot of people, of course,
Yes,
from
of course.
variety of backgrounds.
Betahasha.
Betahasha is the right word.
Yes.
If I ask you a question, Sarah, why are some people humble and some people arrogant? What would you answer?
I think the way they're raised, the experiences they've had,
Right
something
answer.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Huh.
So I would say it in a very different way, and totally what you're saying.
Yeah.
That people, for example, if there's a successful banker, if there's a successful entrepreneur who's running a big IT firm, if there's a successful HR professional who's running a successful HR practice,
Yeah.
so they are rich, of course, being successful entrepreneur.
Yes.
That means that they have a good team reporting to them, they made a lot of money, they're socially acceptable, they have a better house,
Yeah.
But as a function, because they think that they're successful financially, socially, they think that when they talk to their son or daughter, why isn't the son and daughter rich? Because they're successful entrepreneur and they're financially rich. When they're talking to their wife, or husband for that matter, they think I'm a successful entrepreneur, I'm socially powerful.
Yeah.
Why isn't my wife or her spouse listening to me? And if you see as a son, father, whatever role they play,
Relationship.
we miss out that successful entrepreneurship or successful entrepreneur is something which we professionally are successful. But every other role is different. We have to be a successful father also. For that, it's a totally different skill set. A successful husband is a totally different skill.
Yeah.
In Pakistan, I think most of the people get arrogant because they think they are successful financially,
ऐसे ही है.
socially.
बिल्कुल.
They should be. So I think people need to be mentored out of their professional life
Yeah.
also, that all skill sets, all roles are equally important. If you are a successful professional, you are financially doing well, it doesn't mean that you're a successful husband.
Yeah.
Or they're all different traits
Yeah.
and personality types. You have to work on each and every one.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Now we're gonna move on to our next segment, our next game, which is rapid fire round, and it's gonna be quick questions and quick answers. Are you ready?
Very much.
No thinking there.
No?
Or quick thinking there. My first question is best book on finance or leadership you'd recommend?
I think 10 Habits.
Stephen Covey.
Yeah.
All right. What's your proudest achievement at BankIslami so far?
I won't say pride, but I would say achievement is doing a successful marketing campaign and launching a few initiatives at digital banking.
Nice. If you weren't in banking, what field would you see yourself in?
I would be a TV producer.
अच्छा मुझे लगा marketing बोलेंगे.
Media. I would have been in media.
Yeah, wow, man. Your biggest inspiration in finance?
My biggest inspiration in finance is Jahangir Siddiqui.
Ooh, a surprising fact about you.
A surprising fact about me. I don't think that there's anything interesting about me. Which
Your personality is surprising, I can tell you that. I thought you were what? Anyways, best piece of advice you've ever received.
The best piece of advice is that one should ensure that he keeps doing hard work
Yeah.
and be ethical.
Yeah.
This will beat talent at every time, you know.
A course from IoBM that still helps you today.
I think many courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, variety of courses. Definitely marketing management and macroeconomics. You know,
Yeah.
many subjects. Event management.
Any friends you'd like to you still remember and are still
Many.
in touch with from IoBM?
I was BBA 18. Almost we are in touch. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then, this is great and this was very quick, so amazing. We're gonna do another segment. This is called a moment of truth. We're doing it for the first time with somebody here on this show, and we're gonna see how you do. Are you ready?
Kind
Okay, so
of.
the first one is career confessions. Biggest career mistake that turned into a lesson.
The biggest career mistake which turned into a lesson was when I chose to work for financial services within a marketing background. I thought it's a mistake, but it helped me shape what I am and helped me take a lot of courses on finance.
Interesting.
Yeah, it made me what I am, and I think hence I'm successful.
Yeah. A project you took on reluctantly but ended up loving.
Many.
Really?
I initially there was and I take a lot of pride in this.
Yeah.
When COVID was at the peak, one of my friends who was the chief secretary of this province,
Yeah.
he advised me that let's do something for the vaccination.
ठीक है.
At JS Bank, I took this initiative of doing drive-through vaccination at a boating basin near Dorman Mall,
ठीक है.
and we had the biggest vaccination by JS Bank, 100,000 vaccinations. So, and that was a moment of pride
Yeah.
where we could give back to society, because everybody had to come to an hospital and was not
Yeah.
so hygienic. So they were in their car, they're getting vaccines. So that I took a
All right. A skill you didn't have at first but mastered on the job.
social.
Yeah.
skills, yeah.
Oh.
Social and interpersonal, I guess. I'm working on them still.
What? No, you don't need to. But okay. What's one thing you thought you knew at IoBM that changed in the real world?
I thought that I know how to close a transaction.
Okay.
I was very. I thought I'm good at closing transactions, but I think I was quite basic or
Yeah.
learned on my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Which subject at IoBM surprised you by being relevant in your career?
Business writing. I thought that
Nice. Good answers.
I never thought that
Yeah.
you need to write so well.
Yeah.
But
you do.
but you thought it was finance. There are only numbers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the numbers need to be
Up
presented.
to Mr. ChatGPT again.
But ChatGPT also
Yeah.
would not give you answer unless you give it the right question.
Yeah. Right prompts need to be given.
Yeah.
Acha, best part about being an IoBM alum.
I don't know. I've not come. I've
मेरे
not
तो
been-
बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं IoBM की वजह
I've
से.
not been any other alumnus, so I can't tell you
अच्छा ठीक है. Quick personal insights. One thing you tell your younger self.
that I'm young.
Okay. Your source of motivation when things get tough.
Is that everything will end, good or bad. So this time will pass.
Hardest advice.
And,
yeah.
and,
go on. Sorry.
Tough times don't last. Tough people do. I think that's the advice I give it.
Nice. Interesting. Hardest advice you've received but are thankful for now.
Hardest advice I've received is that whatever the situation is, just tell it. Don't mince words. Don't camouflage.
Yeah.
And just be open. I think that has helped me a lot.
And last, but I mean, it's an interesting one. One banking buzzword you could do without. You're gonna be like, "Bas bahut sun liya."
Digital banking, but I think the entire banking will be digital.
Yeah. All right. This was very interesting. All three segments with you. It was amazing. Just before we wrap up, I'd like to know what are the top 3 pieces of advice you'd give to IoBM students who are still studying and those who've just stepped into their careers.
Yeah. As far as the advice is concerned with young generation of this country and the fresh IoBMers, which is coming out of just past, is that just be the way you are. Foolish, crude, open, don't need to put these mask on the face. And people will tell you then, try and not be yourself. I think the best thing is to be yourself. And most of the young people, in particular young Pakistanis, measure success from a financial perspective that, why should we work when we can be at home, do freelancing and make twice the money? It's not about money only. Life is all about experiences. So I would advise each and every one of you to work for an institution, at least for a few years, 3 or 4, and understand how social and corporates work. And then do your own thing, do freelancing, be an entrepreneur, but work for some time for an institution which unleashes your potential, and be the way you are. I must say that the younger generations, in particular Gen Zs, they're honest, they're better as far as their ethics are concerned, integrity is concerned, so I'm proud of this generation. And BankIslami is always there to take you on board if you can make it.
That was very solid. Thank you so much, Imran, for coming today, taking out time for, sharing such inspirational stories with us. So we hope you do well, make us proud wherever you go, and that you keep coming back.
I look forward.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was Imran Haleem Shaikh. What an interesting show this was. To our viewers, thank you for tuning in to Celebrating Sweet Success. Lots of thanks to our sponsor partners and IoBM Media team. Remember, keep innovating, keep learning, and like Imran, always strive for positive change. This is Sarah Mashhood signing out. Allah Hafiz.